Hello, my name is David. I'm doing this video in hopes that it gets out in the social world to inform people about gang stalking. I'm sitting here before you today trying to explain to you about gang stalking. For who that don't know, gang stalking is a bunch of people that follow you around and try to kill you mentally and emotionally. They turn your world upside down. They turn your family and friends against you. They do everything in their means to cause you to commit suicide, go into an institution, or harm somebody else. You see this? You see this? This is the results of gang stalking. The results of people selfish with their own lives that has nothing better to do than to destroy other people, seek other people out, and destroy innocent people. Started 11 months ago in my house. I thought that I had spirits in my home. Never thought nothing of it until they started talking to me. Thought I was going crazy. Let it go by. Until recently, about 4 months ago, I noticed on my way to my training to learn my heating and air conditioning trade, I was being followed. Brand new white Chevy Silverado pickups. Brand new Volkswagen cars, brand new Jeeps, Ford Rangers. Never thought of it until one morning I decided to go to my training and 4 vehicles pulled out in front of me, rolled down the hill, and 3 more behind them. I live in Tigard, Oregon. They followed me from Tigard, Oregon to Portland to my training. Still didn't think nothing of it. Show up at Home Depot and they're at Home Depot. Went to Lowe's. They came to Lowe's. These people like to cause you to think that you're seeing things and going crazy. So they like to whisper and hide behind cars, doors, windows. Why? Because they're cowards. They're mama's pussy cowards. You know, I go home, my house is under 24-hour surveillance, audio and video. Being sent to one apartment to 3 or 4 more, crossed into the apartment complex. Even when I have sex, who knows how many people are watching. I turn my family against me, my kids. These people have followed me everywhere I go. I've almost committed suicide 4 times. Access to a gun? I could probably get that. Bullets? Probably get that. But I'm too much of a coward. But I am one to say that before I hurt myself and take myself out, I'm subject to take them out. These people don't care about nobody or themselves. I worked 7 days a week trying to learn my training. Came home every night. Never bothered nobody. Now all of a sudden, my neighbor that lives below me, I live in Maple Tree Apartments in Tigard, Oregon. I live in the top floor, the very bottom floor. My neighbor was recording me. Seen a webcam lens. I asked my brother if I was seeing it going crazy. He said, no, you see what I see? I said, yeah, I see what you see. Well, dude grabbed the tree and shook the tree. The lens fell out of the tree. And he called the police. Convinced the Tigard police I was mentally insane. Tigard police came to my house as I called them and told them I was being recorded from my neighbor downstairs. Told me there was nothing that they can do. Nothing that they can do for me. Telling me that they're recording my recording me 24 hours a day, audio and video. Follow me everywhere I go, in stores, job. There's nothing you can do. No. They asked me how long I've been using. I told them, well, what does using have anything to do with being gang stalked and followed and being monitored over video? Well, they said, maybe I should go see a doctor. So as time progressed, I've seen the same cars follow me. Same people out in the public. I got over 20 different license plate numbers, pictures of vehicles, and people and pictures of the people. Please understand that it took me a year, and the last 4 months it's bottlenecked and come down to this. Because I wasn't about to start taking pictures and license plate number of people that may be innocent. Because I'm not out to hurt nobody, I'm out to protect myself and save my life. I figured if they followed me to and from my training, to and from the store, more than 4 or 5 times, yeah, they were stalking me. Well, unfortunately, my apartment complex, the Maple Tree Apartments in Tigard, Oregon, where I'm still currently living, still currently being videoed. There's like 8 or 9 of these people that live in the same complex. Imagine when you start your car, you've got 9 other automobiles starting their cars waiting for you. Well, I decided, you know what, I refuse to lay down and look my nuts. They picked the wrong person for this. So I called the governor of Oregon, Kate Brown, left messages. I called the attorney general. I have a friend that's a federal judge. I'm trying to talk with him. But right now, I'm trying to get the attorney general and Kate Brown. So I'm telling all of you, if you are being stalked in the state of Oregon, 503-378-4582. 503-378-4582. When they answer, you push number 3 and leave a message for the governor. I've been called back twice from the governor's secretary. Okay? Asked me what's going on. I told them what's going on is I'm being gang stalked. These people come to my job of training. They will come to my boss's shop, cost my boss a tremendous bid, a good amount of money in the trade that I'm learning. Tried to convince my boss and my family that I'm crazy. Well, so I called the governor again. So something must have worked because the apartment at the very bottom floor and one across the complex, and one right next to the other one across the complex, all of a sudden came empty. And only being followed by a couple cars. I don't know what I did, but all they had to do was come and talk to me and say, hey, check it out, this is what you're doing wrong, fix it. Anybody that knows who I am, they call me Captain Saberho because I'm out to try to save the world. Evidently, as you see, I can't save my own shit. Never thought nothing of it. A friend of mine had come over about 5 months ago, kind of like a roommate, told me that, check it out, I seen you on video. Watching you having sex in your own house. I said, what? He said, yeah, I seen you on video. About a month later, came up again and told me, he says, you know what? He says, did you know that your carpets on your floor kind of rise? Have you ever noticed that they're not tacked down? No, I never have. I said, well, check it out someday. I called the police and told them that my neighbors are recording me again. They told me there was nothing they could do. So I go out to the street, I'm smoking a cigarette, and the neighbor that lives in the apartment below me at the second floor, I asked him, I said, can you do me a favor? And I'm not here to cause a problem. Can you tell me, am I being videoed by videotape and audioed? My neighbor that lives down below me in the same apartment, and then the one below me said, yes, you're being videotaped and audio taped 24/7, but I'm not involved. Is that right? So I got a couple statements. Police still won't help me. So I sent these all off to the Attorney General and the Governor. So I had a friend come over and visit me one night. Next morning I was on my way to my training. Now please understand, my house is under audio and video. My truck, both my vehicles are the same. I thought I was going crazy until I had somebody want to use my truck, tossed them the keys, and they went through the store, came back and looked at me and said, David, do you know that your truck is talking to you, calling you a rapist? So yeah, well, now I know that what I'm hearing, and you're hearing the same thing. I went on a job training and pulled into the driveway of on-the-job training and delivering parts. And the guy that owns the business we're working for, I go in and deliver the parts, come back out, and the guy looks at me and goes, do you know that your truck's calling you a rapist? I said, what? He said, yeah, your truck is calling you a rapist. I can hear it. I said, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, it is. I know all about it. So I explained to him about gang stalking. Okay? Well, 14 days ago, I left my apartment building and I had a car behind me. Got the license plate number, got a picture of the person. I was going down Highway 213, and because of the distraction of the audio, in which they were telling me I'm a rapist and they were out to get me and they were going to kill me because I was exposing these people, I looked down to my right to where the voices were coming from, looked at my speedometer. Very unfortunately, I hit a utility truck about 55, 60 miles an hour. I had probably maybe 20 feet to stop. Totaled out my 2004 Expedition as the best, greatest gift anybody's ever given me in my life. Sent the motor up down the side of my leg. As you see all the bruises. I got a swelling on my kneecap right here. This is the size of my kneecap. See this? I can't get that to go down. Okay? Right there. Cut my bottom lip. Cut my lip. My chin. Put a 3.5-inch gash on the top of my head, another 2-inch gash on my head, cut me behind my ears, broke my jaw and my right hand. I walked away from it. I'm grateful that it was a utility truck. I'm saddened and I'm ashamed that I put another person and their life at risk by hitting their vehicle, and I'm terribly sorry. It was never intended or meant to be. I have pictures of my truck, and I'm trying to upload them on YouTube. I totaled it. You couldn't find the motor. Well, now I've gotten a couple people that drove by and looked while I have my broken hand, my busted lip, my busted chin, and my leg, and my busted jaw, with a smile on their face, thinking it's funny. If the vehicle would have been a smaller vehicle, and there'd have been children in the car, I'd have killed them children. At 55 miles an hour, with only 20, 25 feet to stop. Because the driver in front of me hit a yellow light and hit his brakes. Had no time to stop. Because they don't care about nobody. And for those of you who are being gang stalked, Google it. Society needs to understand and know what this gang stalking is about. They are heartless, they're ruthless, Matter of fact, they're even right around the corner from it. I spent 9 months observing because I did not want to start accusing anybody that was not involved or accuse innocent people. So I observed for 9 months. I have a brother, I have 2 other friends, and 4 people that are being gang stalked that agree with the same thing that I'm trying to explain to you and the things that are happening in their life that is happening now. They took my home. I can't bring anybody home. Won't bring my grandchildren, won't bring my children. And the Tigard police won't do nothing about it. Why? Because the Tigard police and Auburn Security funds these people. Well, now here's something that's sad. So I told you earlier, I have a friend that's a federal judge. His son committed suicide because of the same thing that is happening in my life and what these people have caused this young child to do. He was a 17-year-old gay kid. All he wanted to do was be accepted. Just started doing drugs. Wasn't even involved in drugs less than a year. Being gang stalked and followed. Told me he's a loser and a piece of shit. Stood behind trees and windows and doors and whispered, thought he was going crazy. The day before he committed suicide, he left a note and told his mom and dad that all he wanted to do was be accepted and for people to stop picking on him and following him. But he did go to mental health. He was taken to his psych meds. Mom and dad really didn't think a whole lot about it until he committed suicide. At the bottom of the letter, he wrote gang stalking. Well, the father is a federal judge. Mom is a prosecutor. Imagine having your kid commit suicide over a bunch of gang stalkings and you're part of the association or possibly the Homeland Security or whatever it is that's supporting these people and allowing them to do it. I almost committed suicide 4 times. I haven't spoken to some of my children in over a year. I haven't seen my grandchildren in almost a year. Friends, I've walked away from everybody. I refuse to go out in society and be a part of the people's lives that I've been a part because I am scared that these people are going to end up harming my family or my other friends. As a result, I didn't deserve this. I didn't do nothing to nobody but try to learn a trade 7 days a week. I can't have my trade. They stripped me from my trade. I don't have my home anymore because it's invaded and nobody will help me do anything about it. The manager won't even do anything about it because they've convinced the manager that I have a mental illness. Okay? So now I'm about ready to email some pictures to the Attorney General. And I went to the Federal Bureau of Investigation because I got to do what I got to do. I have to do something for this child that committed suicide. I refuse to allow these people to let me lick my nuts and do nothing about it. I have no choice but to stand up because your children could be next. You could be next. Your loved ones could be next. Stop. Everything in their life destroyed and lost. And homes, cars, even this. Or even life. People think maybe I'm crazy. Well, you know what? Maybe I am crazy. But I know I'm crazy enough that I watched it for about 9 months and now it's all bottlenecked. And what I see is real. My case managers and my doctors told me what I'm seeing and hearing is reality. It's true. It's happening all around you. So what is it going to take to stop these people? If you're in Oregon, 503-378-4582 is a start. YouTube, Facebook. I learned a couple things during all this. I made some changes into my life that could be better in hopes to get these people away from me. So I don't hate them that much. I hate what they're doing because they're cowards and they like to hide behind walls and trees and doors and whisper and just fuck your whole head up. But I'm pissed because I was given a gift, the greatest gift I ever received in my life, besides my children and grandchildren. And they distracted me by their stupidity and their ignorance and their audio and their little game of, haha, we're going to kill you, caused me to total my truck. Well, now they broke my leg, or they broke my arm, broke my jaw. I'm probably not going to walk in the next 18 months because of my hip, because of these people. I got nothing left except my children, grandchildren, and my friends. So, I'm kind of thinking maybe they should have killed me. They went this far, and I survived and walked out of the vehicle that was destroyed. Calling me a rapist in public destroyed my name. And when I find out the organization and who they're with, yeah, I'm going to sue them. I'm going to hold somebody liable. But until then, I'm on a mission for the sake of my 17-year-old friend that committed suicide. And this, my 2004 expedition that was given to me as a gift. They don't care about, they have no respect for or even respect for human life. So I'm asking and I'm hoping, please, get it out there on social media. Because that 17-year-old boy could be you, could be your children, could be your grandchildren. This, I'm very lucky and grateful I walked away from it because I could have killed myself. Got killed or killed somebody. So I'm asking you, go to Gang Stalkers. Get the little, the white marking pen and write it on your car windows. Somebody has to stop this. I'm going to do what I got to do. They already took half of my life. Well, I really don't want to lose my life because I have beautiful children and grandchildren, but this is a cause I'm not going to stop for. Unless they stop messing with me and my family and my friends, and somebody reimburses me for the destruction that they put in my life. And you know what? It's crazy, because they come from all ages. From retired people to youngsters. And what's sad is they're teaching the youngsters 20, 18, 20, 30, and 40 to be stalkers and gang stalkers and mentally go out and kill people. A friend of mine came to my house one day and told me, David, he says, you will soon find out you have no friends. Every person that you have in your life will become your enemy. And they are going to destroy you, if not take your life. Just beware. And walked out my door. What are you talking about? You'll understand when the time comes. I understood. I now understand. So for whoever doesn't believe me, whoever thinks I'm insane or I'm crazy or I need medication, that's your opinion. Assholes are like elbows. You got one, you got the other. You don't understand what I'm saying and talking about? You should Google gang stalking. Because if you're a gang stalker, as far as I'm concerned, you're a piece of shit and you're a coward. You wear mama's panties running around hiding behind trees, mentally and emotionally fucking up people's minds and trying to kill them. I'm grateful that I'm a pretty strong person. Almost committed suicide 4 times. Imagine children or youngsters that are not. And I think what we ought to do is we ought to go to these people and the elders that are gang stalking and start gang stalking their fucking children. Because somebody has to put an end to it. They almost put an end to me. And they all think it's funny. Always beware. You're not far away. Okay? So if you're being gang stalked, get it out on social media, the news, whatever it takes. These people need to be stopped. They need to be exposed. They need to be dealt with. There's somebody out there eventually who's going to listen to us. I'm grateful that I have an attorney, a prosecutor, and a federal judge that's willing to listen to me. You know, so it's just a matter of time. I know by me doing this recording and putting it out there to you, there's repercussions. I'm ready for them. But like I said, if they're going to cause me to commit suicide, I'm scared to death to kill myself. But before I kill myself, I'll guarantee you I'm taking some of them with me. It's not a threat, it's a promise. Because they are doing nothing but putting my life in danger and verbally telling me they're out to kill me. And nobody's willing to listen. So my name is David from the Portland, Oregon. Live in the Tigard area. They're called the AKA Tigard Killers. They hoover around 92nd. There's a mental health apartment building over off 92nd and Clinton. Some of the stalkers are nurses' aides and nurses and doctors from the Providence Medical Center and Trinity in the Portland area. Yeah? It's no joke. I spent 11 months, 9 months observing this and watching this before I even said anything to anybody. I did my homework. While they were gang stalking me, they were being followed by other people. Pictures of license plates and pictures of people to and from the Providence Hospital in Trinity. Same people that live across the street from me that was following me. People think I'm crazy, and if you do, go fuck yourself, because I may be crazy, but this is reality. You could be next. And if you think I'm crazy, prove to me that I'm crazy and that this is not reality. Or you're going to be a coward like the rest of these big sissies and hide behind the walls and doors and windows and call people rapists and rats and little pieces of shit and be a coward less than a man. I may get my ass whooped, but I called you all out, and I call you all out again. You want to hide behind the trees and the windows and doors and houses? You're a pussy. You don't even deserve the air that whoever created you created you. You're a piece of shit that deserves to rot in hell or die. And if my friend, the judge, figures out who you are, yeah, he's going to get you. You killed his son. So, until you have the balls to come up and tell me that I'm doing something wrong and I can better myself to keep from victimizing other people, please do so. But until then, I think you're a coward, your mama's a coward, and your children are cowards. Because you're heartless and like the gang stalk people. Okay? You big pussy. And don't forget, men wear blue jeans, not pantyhose. You ought to take them off. So get it out there. Thank you.